So welcome back to part two. So now we've done the foam rolling and we've kind of done that myofascial release and released it off a little bit. Now we're going to do some nice little stretches for you to go through. So the first one we're going to be half kneeling on the floor. So again, we're going to be roughly about hip width apart between the knee and the foot, so we're nice and stable. And then we're just going to engage the core nice and lightly. We're going to plant this foot down, and this foot, I want the heel actually on the floor at all times. Okay, and I don't want the inner arch of the foot just dropping in either. Okay, so we want to try and keep that nice and strong. And then for the first one, we're just going to go straight forward with that knee. So that knee is going over kind of the mid toe here. And then all we're going to do is just going to put the elbow on here, or the forearm, and then we're just going to lean forward from the knee, and again keeping that heel down, so that heel is going to want to pop up, so we're going to keep that down there. Feel that nice stretch, and then come out of it and relax. Right, so for the next one we're going to do the same again, but we're just going to come slightly out towards the sort of little toe now. So again, keeping that heel down. And then all we're going to do is just take that knee outwards now. And again, just hitting some different muscle fibres here. Keeping that foot nice and flat on the floor. And knees back out. And now for this one, the foot's going to want to collapse in a little bit here. So be careful that the foot doesn't collapse in. We're going to come forward. This time we're going to go towards the big toe slightly, but really working on that arch to keep that arch there in the foot. And we're just going to feel a nice little stretch on the more lateral part now. And ease it off, good. Right, so we're going to do the same on the other foot now, or on the other leg. So we're going to switch over, make sure you're nice and stable. And then from here, we're just going to come over, straight over that sort of mid toe. Put a little bit of weight on now. Keep that heel down. Make sure that arch doesn't collapse. Feel that nice stretch. And just relax with the breath. And ease it out nice. So for the next one, we're going to go over again slightly towards that little toe now. So we're coming out to the side slightly and just let that knee slightly drift over. So we're hitting those different muscle fibres, we're getting more of a sort of 3D stretch along the calf. Good, and then take it back up. And now we're going to do the same again, not allowing this to collapse here. We're just going to come over towards that big toe. And then just let that knee drift forward and diagonal. So we're going medial here. Relax, nice work. So we're going to do the same again, but now we're going to be standing up. So we're going to come to that standing position. So if you want to enhance the stretch, you can get a book or a block for this one. I'm just going to do it on the floor. So again, feet are going to be hip width apart. We're going to push that heel down into the ground. So you're really focusing on pushing that heel down towards the ground as we're leaning forward. So you're trying to elongate from here, okay? So again, engaging the core, and we're just going to go straight forward. So again, that knee is roughly in line with the middle toe. We're getting that nice stretch, really pushing away through that heel. And then ease it back off. And now we're just going to step outwards a little bit, so a little bit wider here. And now what we're going to do is push the foot into the ground and the lateral part of the foot as well, keeping that nice and flat. And now we're just going to lean over towards the side and coming forward at the same time. So that diagonal forward, and then just getting into that lateral part of the calf now. Again, not allowing that to collapse in the foot, pushing through the lateral part of that foot. So really feeling that nice stretch. So if you do find that you kind of pronate a lot and you're stuck in pronation, this would be a nice stretch for you to come out of that as well. Relax, and then we're just going to come across the body now. Again, just coming forward and then slightly over towards the other side. And you should feel a nice stretch on the medial part of the calf. And relax, coming back out. So now we're going to switch legs. So again, we're going to take that leg back, feet hip width apart, hips are going to be facing forward, and then we're just going to lean forward and then pushing that heel down in towards the ground, further away from the body as we're coming forward. Feel that stretch and then just relax and breathe into it. Good, and then coming away, and then we're going to just step outwards a little bit more, and now we're going to come forward and slightly to the side, and then push that kind of lateral part of the foot down towards the ground, and that heel as well down towards the ground. And then we're just coming over lateral and forward, that nice diagonal, and again really opening up down the side of that calf, down the side of that foot as well, where we've done some work earlier, where it was cleaning out the gutters. And relax, nice work. Right, shake it out. So for the next one, we're going to get into the front part of the leg now. So we're going to get into the tibia anterior. So you might want some blocks for this. Again, feet are going to be, or knees are going to be roughly about hip width apart. And all we're going to do is just going to sit back on to the heels. Nice little click in the knee there, just opening that up. So you might want to get some blocks just to take the weight. Or if you've got two benches, just coming down till you feel that stretch. And again, you're not trying to force it, just breathe, just relax. And then if it allows you, just sink a little bit more. And then if you can, take the blocks away, and then obviously just sitting back on those heels as well. Feel that nice little stretch. And then come back out. So that's the stretches of the lower sort of leg here to really loosen those off and get them nice and ready for the next stage. So for the next one, we're going to be going through some nice little mobility routines. Again, that you can just add these into your daily activities, the stretches and the mobility. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care.